Hello and welcome. We are back into the Madhouse on this Friday, May 2nd. Finally, May is here, and finally, we have some nice, warmer weather.
It was nice today.
Finally.
It was beautiful.
I want to say, first of all, I have just a couple of things I want to say real quick. Hello to Lisa Parker, my longtime friend from way, way back. Thanks for lunch. It was good to see you at the deli. I love you. You make me smile all the time, and I told you I'd give you a shout out, so there it is. Also, we want to say aloha.
Aloha.
All the way back from Kona and the Big Island. We are here. We missed you guys for the full month of April.
Shout out to the Mazer family. Thank you so
much. Shout out to
much.
Kevin and Jen Mazer, Evelyn, and Alan for showing us a wonderful time on the Big Island. It was amazing. I'll be moving there in about 7 months, so I want to make sure I see everybody before I go.
I'll give everybody her address, too, so you can write her.
Aloha. Anyway, so we're back. How are you tonight, Ben?
I'm feeling great.
We've been rushing around all day.
I'm missing Hawaii.
Definitely. It's a beautiful place. And we have some friends next week. We're going to show some pictures from our trip and some great people we met from Long Island, Garden City. Some great, great people. And some natives there as well.
Lifeguards, natives. And
yeah, some proprietors that moved down from the mainland over to...
We were on lava rock. We went from lava rocks to the jungle. It was
great. It was definitely great. But anyway, so Vin, let me ask you, growing up, was Marilyn Monroe one of your idols when you were a little boy? Because she's the epitome of poster girl, sexy, seductive, sweet, soft.
Marilyn Monroe's still my idol.
Yeah, she is. She's still everybody's idol. And in fact,
it was her and Farrah Fawcett.
Exactly. But actually, Marilyn paved the way for Farrah. I think, right? Because
I'm just talking about my crushes.
Right, exactly. And my Uncle Bill, who adores her. So our guest tonight, I think when the show's over, I'm going to have to bring you to my Uncle Bill's house, and he'll probably have a heart attack off a bid, but, I mean, because he's crazy about Marilyn. So without further ado, we have the one and only Marilyn Monroe with us tonight. Yay. Marilyn.
Hi, everybody.
I'm thrilled to have you here tonight.
Oh, gosh, I'm thrilled to be here.
And I just want to ask you, I guess, to start off, where were you born, Marilyn?
Oh, gosh, Hollywood.
You were born in
Hollywood. Yes, I was. A long, long time ago now, but it's still kind of the same.
Well, you still look great.
You do.
Thank you.
You're a never-aging beauty.
Thank you.
And when, long ago, when was that exactly?
Oh, gosh, well, I was actually born in 1926. Don't tell anybody.
I think you just did.
Oh, wow, this is going to a lot of people, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, well, my secret's out. I'm in my 80s. But I'm so proud of it. I really do just tell everyone, because who gets to look like this and be in their 80s, right?
That's
exactly.
Right.
But you've got to see Mamie Van Doren, guys. She looks incredible.
She does.
She's in her 80s, and she's just phenomenal. She's phenomenal.
Now, did you and Mamie ever do any movies together?
Oh, gosh, no, that's too much competition.
Too much sex in one. Too much
yes, way too much.
Yeah.
Not enough room.
Never too much.
Sexuality. In abundance with Marilyn. So you were born in Hollywood.
I was.
And that was the place, especially back in the 20s, 30s,
Oh,
40s.
gosh, it's still the place, you know. You know, New York was actually a really big place for entertainment in the early 20s. They did in Queens, which I think is your hometown, isn't it?
I was born in Astoria.
Yeah. So in Astoria,
Astoria,
even. So
yes,
in Astoria, Queens, they had a film studio called, it's now called Kaufman Astoria, and that's where Charles Chaplin started, I believe, and my favorite, my idol,
Charlie,
Jean Harlow was.
Oh, Jean Harlow.
Was also, and definitely, what's her name? Louise Brooks started.
Louise Brooks, wow.
Over there. So it started actually in your hometown.
New York.
Like everything great starts here.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's great. It's a great place to be.
Definitely.
We were just in Hawaii, and it's such a different life.
Yes, I've never been there.
Over there in Hawaii, everything moves a little slower. Everything's taken with ease.
That's
in
so
New York,
nice.
It's hopping. It's
a little
always
too fast.
Yes.
I think that's why I'm always late.
So growing up in Hollywood, Was that an influence on you when you were young? Because I know you didn't. Well, when did you get your start in Hollywood?
Oh, well, I guess I got my
Besides birth.
start, let's see, in modeling, really. I was modeling a lot for magazines like Laugh and like sort of men's magazines, you know, for the Marines and things like this. So,
Yes, yes.
and then I decided I really wanted to be in the movies. I wanted to be in pictures. So I guess I got my start really. My first movie was a film called Scarahu Scarahay, and that ended up on the cutting room floor. So that wasn't really a start, but it felt like one to me. And then that was Natalie Wood was in that movie.
Oh, she's my favorite. Was that was it was a comedy slash?
I don't know what you would call that thing, but and then I guess my real start, where I feel I really started, was Asphalt Jungle.
Okay, right.
John Huston hired me for that picture.
And who did you star in that with?
Gosh, it's been so long ago. I can't
So many
possibly
leading
remember.
men.
I only remember me in that movie. Isn't that terrible? But it was like 60 years ago, you know. So
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, actually, how many movies did you make altogether that were seen by the public?
I made 28 movies.
Really? You know,
I
I didn't
think.
realize that. I think there or about.
I think.
Was there a lot of them that went on the cutting room floor?
No, only Scarahu Scarahay.
Okay.
And I had another movie, Ticket to Tomahawk, which was my next movie, and that I just said,
Love you. I can't believe I'm actually meeting Marilyn
Love you
Monroe.
too,
I'm sitting
Janet.
next to you. I'm so thrilled.
So
Marilyn.
great.
I'm feeling the vibes.
Did you ever meet Charlie Chaplin?
You know what I did?
You
I
did?
actually did a lot of things with Charlie.
Hey!
Yes, he was a
Do
really
tell, do
nice
tell.
guy.
Was he kinky?
Oh, no, he was pretty vanilla, which I like. I love vanilla. But he did like, you know, really young girls. So if you want to call that kinky, I call it normal.
Why not?
So do I. So do I.
Right? I mean, I like,
In Hollywood,
you know,
that's
all kinds.
extremely normal, is it not? Right?
Yes. I mean, but I think all kinds of women are just beautiful and different
Well, of course.
expressions of life.
Of course.
You know?
Of course. You were.
And young ones are nice too. I don't think there's anything wrong with 16-year-old girls, really.
What's your favorite movie that you acted in?
Oh, go Bus Stop, without a
Bus
doubt.
Stop.
I really loved Bus Stop because I got to play a part that I really admired the playwright so much, and I got to sort of jump out of my stereotype, which is I call her the girl, and I got to play Cherie. I got to play this character Cherie, and I feel I really developed her and sort of went outside of my normal zones, and my hair is even darker, and my skin was really light, and I had, you know, I actually got to put on an accent and talk like this. And
You're a Southern girl.
Southern girl.
yes.
I don't recall if I've actually even ever seen.
It's wonderful.
Bus
It's my
Stop.
best
I
film.
have
You
to- I
must
have to
see
rent
it,
it and see it,
Janet.
yeah.
It's really wonderful.
And that was a drama. That was more of a drama.
Yes, that was drama.
That was a. Was
The
a,
happy ending, though, and I had to
We all
learn
like
how
happy
to.
endings.
Hey,
he especially likes happy
you have to have them, right? Yes, that's true. But then I had to learn how to unsing for that, and I had to sing that "Oh, black magic has me in its spell." so it was really fun because I had to learn how to not sing, you know, and I'm such an admirer of everybody that was behind that, and Joshua Logan, and so that was my favorite. Anyways, thank you for asking.
Do you know my favorite? My favorite Marilyn Monroe movie, and I can watch it whenever I do catch it on. Very rarely now, but Some Like It Hot with Jack Lemmon
gosh,
and
you know
Tony
what?
Curtis.
That's
And I had
everybody's
such a thing
favorite.
for Tony Curtis, but it was just such a fun, cute movie. Have you ever seen it?
Yes. Yeah.
I just thought it was amazing. It was good, and you must have had fun filming that one because they're two great. They were great, funny guys.
Actually,
you know,
I
I
think
was
that's the only
pregnant,
movie of
you
yours
know.
I did see.
That's
But I've
that's everybody's
used a lot of your
favorite.
pictures.
What does that
I
mean?
mean, seen a lot of your pictures.
Well, I know there are a lot of pictures out of me, Yes, Some Like It Hot is everybody's favorite, most people's favorite, I think.
Most people like it
Did you
hot, too.
did you have a
That's
crush?
true.
Did you have a crush on Tony Curtis when you were filming
Oh, I
that
think
movie?
he's
'Cause he was so
absolutely
adorable.
dreadful.
Was he dreadful?
I'm so sorry to say that, but he was a bit, he did make up for it later, after he thought I died. But he said some kind of, funny things, like kissing me was like kissing Hitler, and that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah, that would hurt.
So.
How does he know how Hitler kisses? That's what I want to know.
My gosh, why didn't I think of
Tony,
that?
Tony.
That is the greatest answer. Oh, how wonderful. Wish I would have thought.
He was supposedly very much a character in real life. I had a friend that worked in a head
Yes,
shop in Manhattan,
Yes.
probably in the very early 80s, and he had come in as a customer many times to buy paraphernalia or whatever, and she just said he was kind of rude.
Yes.
And really, really
Yes.
bizarre and strange. I forget the stories now, but she had told me some stories about him. And then he used to come in the store and hit on her as well. And she was 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
And by
Right,
then,
that makes
1980,
sense,
he was an older guy.
Right,
Yeah, but he was
right.
definitely a little cuckoo.
Yes, and I mean,
Sorry.
I do like him, and that's probably why it hurts so much. We're all in this film together, and, so it just hurts when somebody, publicly sort of says something. And, I am sexy, and guess,
Most
that's,
definitely.
But I really liked Jack Lemmon.
Oh, he's great.
Delightful.
Yeah.
So,
He
but
was a
yes,
huge
it was
talent.
fun.
He's a funny guy, right?
Yes, he's
Yeah,
wonderful.
he was
Oh,
so
I
great in that
love
part.
him.
Him trying to play a female, for those of you out here that have seen the movie, it was just funny because he's big and,
Right.
he
It's
just
wonderful.
made
You know that
it
I
so
was
comedic.
pregnant with Arthur's child at the time of that movie. That's why I'm a little bit more voluptuous than usual in that movie. And I had some fun times drinking too. So we were really drinking in that movie,
So Marilyn, you have no children though. You never
no,
actually
I
birthed
didn't.
any children, right?
I didn't have any children. I had miscarriages, and it makes me very sad because I really, really love children. But now, I think I consider all children, sort of my children in a sense when I see them. So I guess not having any has just made them all mine in some kind of way.
So let me ask you this: when are we going to see you do a movie again?
Oh
We've
gosh,
been waiting
that's a good
waiting.
question. Yes, I would love that. So we've got to tell people on the show to come
Okay.
to
Marilyn's
Marilyn.
available.
Yes, I'm available for
Where
movies.
can they find you?
And they can find me at Marilyn Monroe Live, and that's on Facebook. And I'm
Marilyn
going
is
to-
on Facebook.
I
Could
am.
you only imagine?
I'm on Facebook, well, of course. And MarilynMonroeLive.com
Okay.
is my website, and that's going to be up in about a week.
Right, there's the card.
So
It's showing
there's
right
my
now.
card,
So
and
take
please
the information.
take the information down. And if you want me to make a movie, I'm a wonderful actress, and I would love to do a movie. It's been so long.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
That would be my dream.
And you still look amazing. So
Thank you.
anybody should just snap you up and
That's true. They
hire you to
should,
play in their
yes,
next film.
Yes. Oh,
for
thank
sure.
you so much.
Let me ask you this. If you had the choice at this time where you are in your life and looking so phenomenal to act with
you.
any actor
Thank you.
on screen, who would you choose to act
Oh,
with? Whether it be
gosh,
old
Janet,
or
let's see.
someone current.
And besides me.
Gosh.
And besides Ben.
Oh,
but you-
besides
you're
you.
not an
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm a character.
actor. You are.
Gosh, I can't even imagine.
How about George Clooney? You and George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Although now he's off the
Oh,
market.
that would be lovely. Oh, I don't mind. You can be on the market.
Johnny
That
Depp.
never stopped
Yeah.
me.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Oh, yeah, he's delightful. He's a wonderful actor.
He is.
Yeah.
I would love to work with him. Yes, thank you for helping me with that because there's so many.
There's so
I
many.
couldn't possibly pick one. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. I feel overwhelmed because I'm sitting next to Marilyn, and she's as sweet as she's always been portrayed to be, and you're so soft-spoken and beautiful. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Definitely Marilyn's going to do a song for us later, her most famous song that she's ever done.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful frame prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
And we're back with Marilyn Monroe. I'm kind of starstruck. I'm
Me
in awe.
too. Me too. This is like
Yeah, it's
amazing. This is like a dream come true.
yeah. If people knew, she's got so much to tell. You were beloved by many men,
Yes.
right? And you got around, you little slut. No, I'm only kidding. So kidding.
We don't like to use that word, but
in the tech room.
I do like sex.
Exactly, and who doesn't
sure.
really? Why wouldn't you? And you had your bevy of whoever you really wanted.
I'll talk to you on the next break. Couple questions I gotta ask you.
How many times were you married, Marilyn?
I was married actually 3 times.
3 times.
You
Total
too?
3 times, yes.
Me too. You have something in common. There you go.
Oh, I thought you two were together for always. I thought you were high school
Well, yeah, but we got
sweethearts.
married in between too. Just
Yeah.
just for fun.
For fun. Yeah. I said, I'll get around to you. You'll get around to me eventually.
We had
We'll do
things
some
to, we had
stuff.
things to do.
We'll do
and-
some stuff, and then I'll meet you in about
You are
30
so
years.
sweet.
and it worked
No
out.
big
We
deal.
did good.
Sweet
We
they
did
are.
good. So your
They're
first,
wonderful.
your first marriage was to.
It was, I was 16 years old, and his name was James Doherty, and I wasn't sure about my path yet, and he was a wonderful husband.
How old? How much older than you was he? Was he a
he
lot
was
older?
21, and
Okay.
I was 16. So it was a marriage also because I was supposed to go into the orphanage, and I didn't want to go back there.
No.
Yeah, no
So, but I really did love him. I did. He was a wonderful husband, and he was in the Marines, and he was very, very handsome, and I loved being married for the short time I was, but then my career really came first, and I was very young, and that's what I wanted to do, so.
And
he
you did
really
a good
wanted
job
a
with that.
housewife. yes,
Yes.
thank
So-
you.
Housewife at 16 is kind of hard. you
It
know?
was
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
even know
you're
how
still
to
a
cook.
baby. Yeah. Well, you probably cooked in the bedroom, just not in the kitchen.
You were
I
just
learned how to cook in the bedroom.
you were just finishing learning how to eat. Never mind cook.
That's right. Milk from a bottle.
Okay, so he was your first, and well,
Yes,
your first
and my first
husband.
everything,
First
too.
everything.
First everything.
Yes, I was a virgin. We weren't allowed to even say that word
That
back in
word,
the
right?
50s
Yeah.
on camera, but I was a virgin, yes.
Now
And
it's 2014. You can't even find it.
Yes.
Before you weren't allowed to say it. You can't even find
by
it.
how things have changed. And you stayed married to him briefly. What's briefly?
Yes,
How long?
I was married to him for 5 years. 5 years, and which is kind of a long time. No, was it even? I'm not even sure. I think it was around that. And
Did you keep in touch? I mean, you left
No.
It was just short
No,
of 5
I
years. It
didn't.
was
I didn't
a
keep
little
in
4
touch,
years
actually.
and a little bit.
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
So-
I didn't. I never spoke to him again, actually, after that.
But
But
saw
he wrote
you.
a book, I think, about me. So hopefully he had
Was
a
it a
nice...
kind book? Do you know?
It was.
Okay.
It was very, very kind.
Okay.
He was lovely. Yes.
And then you went on to marry again.
I
But
did,
was
yes.
there a long break in between, or did
You
you?
know,
get
not
hitched right
long
away? 'Cause
enough.
I thought you not long enough, because I think you got married
Not
again
long
right
enough.
after that, didn't
I
you?
did.
Yeah.
Well, not too long, but I think I married Joe DiMaggio. 2 years later, I married him, and so that wasn't long enough.
Joe's a great guy.
You were very
He's
much in love with
wonderful.
Joe,
He
and he
was
was
my-
very much in love with you.
He
correct?
was my the love of my life, for sure. You know, we were both America's sweethearts, and well, he was a boy, so. But he was America's, hero, and it was a nice match. But he even admits now he wasn't easy at all. So he didn't accept my career at all, and I was just getting started.
Because he just wanted you. He wanted you.
He did.
He
He
didn't
wa-
want you leaving and doing
yes,
things.
which is
He wanted
crazy,
you.
because really, I'm really, behind all of this. I'm every girl, and Marilyn Monroe is this wonderful movie star, and he wanted Norma Jean, but
That's right.
really every girl is Norma Jean. So
Goodbye, no.
I wanted to be a star, and so that just didn't work out. But we stayed friends. He remained one of
Yeah, he was
my
a good
dearest,
guy. They always say he
dearest.
was a really good guy and loved you till the end.
Yes, to the end, and even further and further.
And
he
further,
still
and
does.
still.
He
Right.
still loves me up in heaven.
Did you love baseball?
No.
Not at all.
I didn't know anything about baseball when I met him, actually. So, but I went to a couple of games, and I went on the fields and threw some balls and stuff.
And actually, how did you guys meet? I don't remember.
Oh,
the
well,
story how you guys met.
we met at what is now a restaurant. Oh, it's a nightclub restaurant called The Rainbow in Hollywood. And at the time, it was an Italian restaurant. And Joe and I were set up on a date. So he asked to meet me because he saw me in a picture. And yes, and that was it. And we saw each other for 6 weeks, almost every night. And before he left, we had fallen in love, I think.
Wow,
So it was nice, yes.
Yeah, that's
good.
crazy, right?
Falling in love is fun.
Can you imagine
It's
if
the most fun thing in the whole world.
if every guy that had seen her picture asked to be set up on a date with her? Could you imagine? Every man,
right. That's
every
right.
man would have gone on a date.
How he
with her.
got it, I don't know.
Well, Joe was your second husband, right?
Yes, he was. That's right.
And you
yes.
got married again.
I did. I got married again to Arthur Miller, was my third husband, actually.
And he was much older than you, no? I thought there was somebody that
he
was,
was. Well, he was 10 years, yes.
Okay,
about
so
10
that's
years
not
older
so
than me.
bad.
And he was a good daddy. For a while anyways, but he was such a wonderfully talented man, and I think that's one of the things that attracted me to him most. And he looked like Abe Lincoln, so I really like that too.
And what did he do?
Yeah, Abe Lincoln's some looker.
Well, I think he is.
He's got that beard going on.
I think he is. He's very tall and handsome.
Well, I like the man that Abraham Lincoln was, definitely.
Yes, exactly.
He's one of my favorites.
Exactly. I think that is what makes
Definitely.
him so attractive. And Arthur I had actually met before Joe, believe it or not, in Los Angeles with Elia Kazan. And excuse me. And I was very attracted to him then. He was very tall and his dimples and talented, and I really looked up to him in many ways.
And how you guys were married long or not so long?
Long enough. Our marriage ended pretty much after the Misfits, or during the Misfits. It was
Now the
pretty
Misfits,
much
you had
over.
trouble on the set of that movie, right?
Yes,
There was
Yes,
a
I
lot of
did. I was-
controversy on the set of that movie.
I went
remember
right
you were
from-
getting in all kinds of trouble, Marilyn.
Yes, well, yes. Trouble seemed to follow me.
Not like a good bad girl.
Trouble is fun, though.
Good bad girl.
Trouble is fun.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it can be. But yes, and I went straight from Let's Make Love into the Misfits. So it was hard. I didn't get a rest or a break or anything. And
Wow.
yes, it was
Now,
hard.
would you ever get married again?
No.
All right, forget about the next question.
That's good. You're funny. I really like I like being single, and
Me
I
too.
have a certain kind of there's a certain kind of openness and freedom, and you know that I sort of feel, and I belong to every man that way.
Well, with your career, a woman like you, it's actually kind of hard to be married and tied down. You need to go and
that's
come and
right,
go as you please.
Janet, that's right.
And
That's
your
true.
career comes first, and
Yes.
it's all about meeting people, and
Right.
you being, you're around a lot of men as well.
Yes, that's
Hollywood is,
true.
it's all about the man still.
But I do like
Right, so it's tough.
having an understanding man behind me, and I do
And in
have
front of you.
and in front of me.
And on top of you.
Yes, that's true. So
That's good to know. Turn around. I'm very understanding.
Thank you. Understanding. But I do. I have had men in my life that are very understanding of my career, and give me a lot of not freedom. I don't want to say, but they understand me and they know what I do. And our mutual friend, as you know, Pepe Castro.
Oh, Pepe Castro. We love
so
Pepe. Hey,
good.
Pepe.
You know,
Yes, yes.
Talented,
Hi, Pepe.
multi-talented musician.
Shout out to Pepe.
We
from
all
the
three
Blues
love
Magoos.
you.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Pep. Barnaby Bye.
Yes, yes.
Actually,
He's very
Pepe's
good.
playing tonight with Jay and the Americans.
Yes,
is
he is.
right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he is, he
fantastic.
is. So there are men that can handle this the whole
Right.
thing. You know.
You have to be a very confident and strong man, like
That's
Pepe.
right.
Sure of yourself, right?
And I
Because-
have to be a strong and confident women most of
Right.
the time. So, yeah.
I'm very strong and confident, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you acted, but
Sometimes.
you always acted and you always sang, or did you develop your voice
Oh,
in time?
gosh,
Because you were more known for your acting than your singing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I was a very good singer. Believe it or not, or believe it. If you watch a movie, you can YouTube it. It's called Ladies of the Chorus, and I sing "Every Baby Needs a Daddy," and another song.
You live that too.
I did
Yeah.
live it. All of my boyfriends I called daddy, and all of my husbands, it's because I didn't have one,
Yeah, that must have been tough. It was hard growing up
Sometimes
as a kid,
it's
right?
worse to have a daddy that's bad, though, So sometimes maybe it's better to have an absent one than a bad one. So
Exactly.
grasses
Sure,
can be
makes
greener
sense.
everywhere, you
Well,
know.
you were often tracking back to...
Oh, I have to just finish. See, Ladies of the Chorus,
Oh,
and
okay.
my singing voice is a very different singing voice, and you can tell it's really good.
It is, it's so soft. It's so soft and gentle,
Oh,
your
thank
voice.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what was your question, Janet?
forgot.
I'm
Being
sorry, I
orphaned.
just had
Oh,
to-
yeah, orphan. No, because I forgot. I lost track.
yes.
You were orphan, like, really, really young? I mean, I
mm.
don't really know your story. I mean, if you don't want to
That's
talk about that, I
okay.
know that's tough.
Oh, that's so nice, Janet. I wasn't really orphaned, but the studios came up with the fact that I was orphaned, and I kind of helped that along a little bit at the time.
Oh, I
but-
thought you truly were.
No, well, my
It was
mother.
a story.
My mother, Gladys, was very, very ill, and she was in psychiatric hospitals for most of my life. So that the movie people wouldn't go and interview her, we thought it might be
Right.
better to
Not good
keep that,
publicity.
you
Yeah,
know,
keep it under
Right,
wraps.
keep that under wraps instead of interviewing my very crazy mother.
Who was also under wraps
We're now.
Yes.
or strapped.
Hollywood was different. Hollywood was different back then because
was.
everything was
Very
hush
different.
hush.
Yes.
It was
yes,
very created.
Yes.
And although there are still ploys now that go on, for public relations kind of things, the media is like, it's always a frenzy with the media. So if they know that an actor has, say, for instance, a mother that's, has some mental illness, they're all over that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
paparazzi and all that.
But
And
back
they
in
like to interview her, which can get, bad.
They like
because
dirty stuff.
She's not going to say the truth, possibly,
Right,
so.
right. She could come out with
Yes.
anything. Really.
Could have been
And
really
what,
bad.
what about your dad?
My father, well, there's a lot of speculation who he was, and I never really met my father. I tried to father out. I tried to find out who he was, but to no avail. My mother wouldn't tell me really who he was, so I did spend a lot of my life trying to find him, but he never came forth with that information. So. Can you imagine not being
So did
proud of this
mom
baby?
have a lot of boyfriends too? And
Oh, not really. Not that I know of, anyway. Maybe she did. Maybe around when I was born, I think she probably had a lot of boyfriends.
Well, you came out of it so well. But I know you had heartache.
you.
And Hollywood's tough, right?
Yes, and I'm doing a lot better now.
Yeah. Well, you're doing really good now.
Thank you.
Look at you. You're Marilyn.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
some of
Jenny.
your most famous movies. Well, actually, look who has imitated you, Madonna.
Oh gosh,
Right?
I
And
love
one of the
Madonna.
icons.
what do you think of Madonna?
I think Madonna is wonderful.
She's talented.
I
Right?
think that she's so strong, and I really admire that quality in her. Something that I feel maybe I was lacking a little bit. I am very vulnerable, which is one of my good things too. But she's so tough, and I always really admired that. She really took the world by storm, and I think she's just great,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
she
doesn't
loved
like
you.
Madonna? Yes, she did.
Right?
She does.
Yeah.
She loves
I'm
me
sure she
very,
still does.
very
Well, yeah,
much.
she still
Yes.
does. Yeah, that's why after I said that, I was thinking in my head.
Yes,
Yeah,
she does.
She still loves you.
She
Yeah.
does.
And what about Lady Gaga?
Oh gosh, who is that? Lady Gaga. Oh, from New York, Lady
Yes.
Gaga.
Yes.
Now she reminds me so much of Madonna, actually.
Yes. Yeah. Many
yes.
people say that actually.
You
yeah.
know? Yes. What about her?
I was just asking about your thought about
My
her.
thought about her.
But you don't really. I guess you don't
I
know
just don't
of her
know
too well.
enough about her. I'd like to meet her.
We'll have to work on
That would be great.
We might be able to do that.
Maybe we can get her on the show.
We're gonna take.
Oh,
we're gonna,
gosh,
we're
yes,
gonna take
get
a
her
quick
on the
commercial
show.
break, and we're gonna try to actually get Lady Gaga back here.
That'd be
The two of
great.
them together.
Maybe she can call in.
Maybe she can call in.
Oh, that'd be
so,
great.
lady, if you're watching,
I'll text her and tell her
I
to
like
call in.
saying
If
her
she's not
name.
busy, maybe we can get it out.
stay with us because Marilyn is gonna sing for us. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
And we're back.
We are back.
I hope you guys are enjoying Marilyn as much as we are. And in between the commercial breaks, it's
We're enjoying her a little bit more.
Exactly. I feel very lost in this chair. Either I have to gain weight or we have to shrink the
No,
chair.
you're so
because
little.
I just feel so
It looks
so little.
cute.
Thank you. And you
Like
too.
it. Thank you.
So, I know everybody wants to know John F. Kennedy, JFK, so much controversy.
Just knew that was going to come up.
He killed her. Well, obviously he didn't kill you because you're here.
I don't want to say too much about Joe because, John, gosh, you see?
Yeah,
you know what I
just
do
thinking
want
of
to say?
DiMaggio.
No,
You
what
know what I
about?
want to say?
Tell us about what you.
Can I just say something? I have to tell you all, folks that are watching, this is very exciting. I do love John F. Kennedy. Oh, he's one of the most sexy men in the world. And I'm sure a lot of women at that time were really thought the same way. But I want to mention that our cameraman that's actually filming us right now, his name is Tommy. And Tommy, could you come up here just for a second,
Come up
please?
here,
Tommy Moore.
Because this is really, really...
Come on up, Tommy.
And it's a true
we
story.
love Tommy here.
This is a
Two
true
blondes.
story.
Well, this
And
is
he's
truly
really handsome, too. So I think that
I'm
he
here
should
with
be
Marilyn Monroe.
upfront
That's
anyway.
right. Two beautiful
So Tommy, he actually was holding on to
John's leg.
John F. Kennedy's
The day
leg.
before he became president.
Can you believe that?
In the back of a pickup truck at the Comac Arena. That's true story.
That's a God's honest true story.
That's a God's honest. You can even see a picture of
There's a
it.
picture of it out there that shows.
My
Tommy
mother
as
and my
a little
sister
boy.
there too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He
That's
came out. He
amazing.
came out of the theater, out of the Comac Arena, and there was like 10,000 people in the parking lot. So my dad told me and my sister to wait in the pickup truck. So he said, "Don't move, just sit there." So we stood there, and then when he came out, they saw all the people, and they go, "Well, let's get them too." And they set him up in a microphone in the pickup truck that I was sitting in, standing
awesome.
in. And I actually thought I was scared, and I was holding on to his leg. True story.
That's unbelievable.
But it's cool being with Marilyn.
That's some history.
Thank you.
But John was a good
Just
guy,
had to-
right?
to
He
put
was
that up.
loved.
That's amazing. He was
like you, was
wonderful,
loved by
of
everybody,
course. He
pretty
was
much,
a
yeah.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful president. And
Did you vote for him?
Well, of course I
she
did.
did.
Of course, I did more than vote for him.
My mom loved John F. Kennedy.
Oh, he's wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful presence still in our lives. I
Yeah.
think, you
Yeah,
know.
I love his son too.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
loved his
It's
son.
it's hard to find a good president today.
I know. I think that's part of what made him so attractive.
Yeah.
You know, he was such a good man in so many ways. Not in all ways, but
Was he
in
fun?
so many.
Was he fun to hang and chill with?
Oh yes,
You know, on
He
the down
seemed very
low.
stern.
he partied.
He
I
did.
mean, we were all kind of partying back then, but he definitely
Yeah.
let loose a little bit, you know.
And he treated you
So-
nicely.
Oh.
He was good to you.
I think Bob Bobby was even a little better, you know. But he was a great man, and he was very busy, John, you know. He was the president,
Yeah.
so I'm glad I had whatever moments.
Yeah,
I had
back
with
then the
him.
president used to stay busy.
Right, right.
You
They
know.
actually was, you know.
Doing important things, you know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that would be an ideal relationship because he was so busy, so he wouldn't be
He
so
was
caught up with
busy.
you.
That's right.
And you had your career.
That's right.
So, you know, you
Yes.
saw each other when you could. He
That's
understood,
right.
you understood. So you got that little,
Yes,
you know.
yes. And he
that
was
little side
married, you know.
Right, exactly. So a little side
So
action.
he was busy,
And what about Bobby?
You know, Bobby was another wonderful man. I think Bobby was really more my friend, you know, because I did feel a little neglected. No fault of John, really. He was busy, but Bobby sort of, you know, soothed me a little bit,
Well,
you know.
That's kind of how your husbands felt.
What
They're
you-
neglected because,
Right.
see,
So
now
They were
the shoe goes on the other foot.
They were not neglected.
You were so busy.
They neglected me.
Well, almost like, well, yeah, because you had all the attention, even though, like,
That's
Joe
true.
DiMaggio, even
That's
though
true.
each of them, well, not your first husband,
There was
really wasn't famous, but
a little bit of when you are competing, for
Right.
sure. You know, Joe could have been nicer while I was on my way up, and he knows that. You know,
Okay.
he did admit to it later.
Okay. Well, he admitted it, so
Yes, he did. He's wonderful.
the truth is the truth.
So you had, I want to mention some of your very, very well-known movies. Gentlemen
Sure.
Prefer Blondes.
Yes, that's the girl.
Right, the girl, 7-Year
Girl.
Itch.
Oh no, that's not the girl. Gosh, look, I'm all caught up. The girl is.
7 years.
Oh,
Look
the
at
girl
this.
is
I'm
the
all
7-Year Itch.
excited. The girl,
The girl is the
seven.
7-Year Itch.
Girl's the
Yeah.
7-year itch. Did I put that on right? Is
I don't
that
know. You need a
okay?
hand?
Gentlemen Prefer
I hope
Blondes.
that's okay. Yeah, I got all excited. Talking
And I
about
forgot what other
Kennedy.
movies.
Gentlemen
Yeah,
Prefer
Gentlemen Prefer
Blondes
Blondes, that's-
really shaped who I am, you know.
I was going to say, probably people identify you the
Yes,
most
with
with that
Gentlemen
movie.
Prefer Blondes.
Exactly.
Yes. And the girl was a Broadway show that, you know, in the Broadway production of that, they do have an affair.
They
They
do.
cleaned it up for Hollywood. Can you believe that? They cleaned it up for Hollywood, yes.
Well, that's crazy.
And Tom Ewell was the actor, the original actor who played it on, who started it on Broadway. Actually, we got him for the movie. So that was exciting to work with
That's
him.
great.
you know.
Hollywood was so glamorous when you started out in that time,
Yes,
back in those
yes.
days. I mean, it's still glamorous, but not, you know, it's different.
Did
It
you?
is.
Let me ask you. Did you prefer acting over singing, or did you like to perform?
I preferred modeling.
That was your favorite.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
And the reason why?
I had to
why?
do pictures because I love doing pictures. I loved acting. You know, I always wanted to be better and better at my craft, and I took it very seriously. I was in the actor's lab in the beginning before the actor's studio was even created with Elia Kazan. So I was sort of the actor's lab was a part of the actor's studio before it even began. So I really do love the craft of acting, but I'm terrified in front of cameras. So
Well, that's funny though. Terrified in front of the camera. Well, to act because it's different, but
It's a
not
long
terrified.
show.
But not terrified
For still shots.
for still shots and
shots,
posing.
no, no.
And you always came out beautiful
yes,
through the camera lens.
yes, yes.
Well, you
Whether-
are
I'm-
beautiful.
Thank
You are.
Right, but I'm saying that, yeah, but beautiful people
Yeah.
don't always come
Right,
across
that's true.
beautiful
That's
through the
true.
lens.
Very
That's true.
photogenic.
That's
It
true.
could be
And,
totally opposite,
You're
really.
right.
You have to just have that look, that photographs.
Yes,
yes,
so
perfectly.
And,
And
I
you
learned
did,
how to do
even-
that modeling for the
Right.
first, I was doing that for four years before, and I was almost oversaturated. I was on so many magazines,
Yes, you
know,
were.
for a while before I was blonde even.
Mm-hmm.
So I really learned a great relationship with
I like the
camera.
magazines when you're in the middle, when you're the centerfold one. I like
Oh!
those are my favorite.
Well, listen, man.
Yeah, the little pickups.
Would you be so kind as to
get naked?
come back and to get naked?
Whatever blows your skirt up, Marilyn.
Whatever blows my skirt up,
Blow
hey,
your
that's
skirt
pretty
up.
good.
Yeah, which is
I
my
like
favorite
that.
dress, too.
Yes.
I actually have
The
a
white
dress very
dress.
similar to that, and I call it my Marilyn Monroe
Yeah,
dress because I
it's
just
a
love it.
great dress.
And I think of you all the time.
thank
But I want to
you.
know, we're going to take a very, very quick break just to get you on the stage. You will do a song, right? You're going to still do
Oh,
something.
yes, I
Okay.
will.
We're coming
Of
right
course.
back, so just don't even leave your seat. We'll be right back. Marilyn's going to do a song.
name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
And Vinny and I are proud now to introduce you to Miss Marilyn Monroe.
Good luck.
The French are glad to die for love. They delight in fighting duels. But I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. A kiss on the hand may may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shaped, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Tiffany's, Cartier, Black Star, Rose Gold. Talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. There may come a day when Les needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guy when stocks are high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then when those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Out of here. I've heard of affairs that are strictly platonic, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. And I think affairs that you must keep Masonic are better bets. If little pets get big baguettes, time rolls on, and youth is gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight like Tiffany's. Diamonds, diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Come here, give us some love.
I am thrilled to be in your presence. I'm amazed.
Thank you.
That was
so
great.
much.
Like always, Miss Marilyn Monroe. So once again, look, we need to put you in some movies again. We need to get you on the silver screen.
Yes.
Where can we find you? I know
Oh,
that
you can
Mike didn't
find
pick
me at Marilyn Monroe Live.com. And I also have, that's going to be up in about a week, guys. And that's my website. And Marilyn Monroe Live on Facebook. And you can come and leave me a message. Or I have a Gmail account, lolaanava@gmail.com. Come and find me.
Well, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. You gave us some more insight, which hopefully we gave to our audience tonight with the life and times of Marilyn Monroe. We love you. I'm honored to be your friend as well.
Oh, thank you.
And let's go out and party. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Go Rangers! Yeah!
Thanks again for coming
Thanks
out.
for
You guys
watching.
tune in
Thanks for being in the
next week.
Madhouse.
Love
Ciao,
you.
baby.
Ciao.
Bye,
Love
everybody.
you.